Failure. It's a word that most of us fear. It makes our hearts sink, clouds our dreams, and challenges our confidence. But let me ask you something. What if failure isn't the end? What if failure is just the beginning of something extraordinary? Think about this. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Imagine being told no repeatedly, watching your ideas crumble, and still having the courage to stand back up and try again. That's not just resilience. It's understanding the value of second chances. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential people in the world today, was told she wasn't fit for television early in her career. Can you imagine if she had stopped there? If she had believed the voices telling her she wasn't enough? Her story reminds us that failure is often just an opinion, not a fact. And then there's J.K. Rowling. Her first Harry Potter manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers. Today, millions of children and adults around the world find magic in her words. What if she had given up after the first rejection, or the second, or the 10th? Failure doesn't define you. What defines you is your ability to rise, to persevere, and to turn your setbacks into setups for a comeback. You see, second chances don't come wrapped in bows. They're not handed to you on a silver platter. They're disguised as hard work, persistence, and faith. Faith in yourself and faith in the process. Imagine this. You've faced a loss. Maybe it's a failed business, a broken relationship, or an exam you didn't pass. The weight of it feels unbearable, like the world is closing in. But let me tell you something profound. The feeling of failure is temporary. The lessons it teaches can last a lifetime if you're willing to listen. Start small. Take that first step, even if it feels insignificant. The truth is, every great comeback starts with a decision. The decision to try again. Look around you. History is full of people who fell, sometimes in the most public and humiliating ways. But they didn't stay down. They got back up. They kept moving forward, one small step at a time. Failure isn't just a part of life, it's a gift. It teaches you humility, resilience, and creativity. It forces you to think differently, to grow stronger, and to innovate. Here's something important to remember. Life isn't about avoiding failure. It's about learning to embrace it. Because when you do, you unlock your true potential. Let me share a story. There was once a man who faced bankruptcy, rejection, and political defeats countless times. By any standard, he was a failure. But he didn't give up. He kept pushing forward. That man was Abraham Lincoln, who eventually became one of the greatest leaders in history. Second chances aren't just about individual success. They're about the ripple effect. When you rise after failure, you inspire others to do the same. Your story becomes a beacon of hope for someone else who's struggling. Take a moment to think about your own life. What's the one thing you gave up on too soon? What's the dream you buried because it seemed impossible? Now imagine giving yourself permission to try again. Imagine the life waiting for you on the other side of fear. Yes, failure stings. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But it's also the best teacher you'll ever have. And the truth is, the people who achieve the most in life aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to let failure have the final word. So today, I challenge you. Reframe your failure. See it not as a dead end, but as a detour. Not as a loss, but as a lesson. And most importantly, see it as a chance, a second chance, to be better, stronger, and more determined than you've ever been. This is your story, your second chance. And the question isn't whether you'll fail again, because you will. The question is, what will you do when it happens? Will you let it stop you? Or will you let it shape you into the person you were always meant to be? The world is waiting. The world needs your resilience, your creativity, and your determination. So rise. Take that second chance. Because this is your time to prove that failure is never the end. It's just the beginning of your greatest chapter yet. Share this video if you believe in second chances. Let's remind the world that failure is just another step on the journey to greatness.